Imagine a village in constant motion. Water flows loudly through the brook, the market square hums with activity, and the environment feels thoroughly alive. Living in the center of this activity is Alara, a young girl whose shadow is a sleek black cat named Kael. They have been inseparable since Kael was small enough to fit in her palm, but a thick, heavy exhaustion has recently settled over Alara. She sleeps for 9 or 10 hours a night, yet wakes up feeling entirely drained. This isn't the tiredness of a body that has worked hard, but a persistent weariness of the spirit. Cats are highly sensitive barometers of human emotion, and Kael reflects this stagnation. His normally glossy coat has turned dull, and his usual hunting energy has collapsed into a listless slumber by the window. When emotional fatigue takes hold, physical rest alone fails to provide a cure. Both girl and cat are trapped in a cycle of sleep that provides zero actual recovery. Her mother spots the distance in her eyes, but Alara can't explain the fog she's experiencing. She simply lacks the vocabulary to describe why she feels so thoroughly hollow. This invisible friction drags on every part of her day. The pages of her textbooks blur together, and the lively noises of the street outside only make her feel more isolated and withdrawn. A heavy, unaddressed mental load acts like a physical weight. It forces the individual and those closely connected to them to trudge through daily life, disconnected from their potential. Desperate for a shift in scenery, Alara takes Kael to the quiet edges of the village. They arrive at a meticulously maintained garden, tended by an older woman named Madame Serafina. Serafina takes one look at their heavy, sunken eyes and immediately identifies the problem. She recognizes that while they are sleeping, their minds are entirely devoid of true rest. Picture the mind as a teacup. Small, daily stressors accumulate like heavy blocks until the cup overflows. This overflowing mind actively repels peace. Outward stress signals create a barrier, preventing restorative energy from entering, leaving you exhausted despite sleeping. Until you have a method to actively empty that mental teacup, sleep remains a biological function rather than a restorative process. To fix this, Serafina gives Alara a specific nightly protocol, a targeted 3-step journaling sequence designed to manually extract mental clutter before she sleeps. Step 1 is release. By writing down a specific worry, you transfer it from your mind onto the paper. This tells the brain it no longer needs to carry that specific burden overnight. Step 2 is acknowledgement. By recording one moment of beauty or learning, you train the brain to seek out positive stimuli, which Serafina calls watering the seeds of gratitude. Step 3 is intent. You set one simple, actionable goal for the next day. This provides the mind with a clear, hopeful path to follow when it wakes. That night, Alara tries the sequence. As she put pen to paper by candlelight, she feels the knot in her stomach loosen slightly, and Kael purrs deeply as he rests on the pages. Treating the mind like a garden, methodically pulling the weeds of anxiety and watering positive intentions, allows the subconscious to shift from a state of chaos to a state of recovery. The next morning didn't bring a total transformation, but the gravity of the day had shifted. For the first time in weeks, Alara woke without the immediate, crushing sense of dread that usually greeted her. The proof of this internal shift was external. Kael, previously dormant, was suddenly back in motion, engaging with the world with a playful spark. This process continued over several weeks. As Alara consistently cleared her mind each night, she regained her academic focus and successfully reintegrated into her social circle. Kael was transformed alongside her. He became a whirlwind of energy once again, confirming that as Alara's internal state healed, their shared environment recovered too. Consistent mental unburdening allows for sustained energy. By removing the weight we carry, we naturally elevate our own lives and the lives of those closest to us. Returning to the garden later that month, Alara and Kael appeared as bright and energetic as the vibrant blossoms surrounding them. True rest is not a matter of how long you sleep, but the clarity and peace of the mind that enters it. By taking a few deliberate moments each day to clear the mind's burdens, the brain is no longer occupied by old friction. This creates the necessary space for the deep, restorative rest required to live a purposeful life.
In a village defined by movement, a young cat named Dame remained motionless. While the rest of the community chased butterflies and climbed roofs, he stayed pinned to a stone wall. He sought out the quietest, most comfortable corners of the village, sleeping for most of the day and night. But length of sleep didn't correlate with recovery. Every time he opened his eyes, the same heavy exhaustion was waiting for him. His friends eventually stopped calling for him. When Leo invited him to the docks or Luna called him to the meadows, he simply watched them go. He felt stuck in a loop where every hour of rest only seemed to deepen his fatigue. Physically, there was no reason for his lethargy. His body had received every possible comfort, yet his internal energy remained depleted. He was a young cat carrying the spirit of a weary traveler. This is the paradox of exhaustion. When the mind is carrying a heavy load, the body can never sleep long enough to feel refreshed. Seeking distance from the vibrant village life, Dame retreated to the edge of the woods. He sat among the tangled roots of an ancient banyan tree, looking for a quiet that matched his own internal silence. He whispered his frustration to the wind, wondering why the sun's warmth couldn't reach him and why his heart felt like it was made of lead. That's when Baba Zamir arrived. Known for his calm blue eyes and quiet wisdom, the old cat didn't ask for a list of symptoms. He simply sat down and listened to the loud silence of Dame's troubled mind. He recognized that Dame wasn't suffering from a physical ailment. His chronic fatigue was a symptom of an invisible burden that physical rest could not touch. Baba Zamir diagnosed a mismatch of solutions. Dame was trying to fix mental fatigue with physical sleep, an approach that ignores the primary source of the exhaustion. This relates to a concept called cognitive load. Think of your mind as a small basket. Throughout the day, it fills up with dense, heavy blocks of information and emotion. For Dame, these blocks were the fear of a barking dog, the stress of a missed meal, and the pressure of comparing himself to faster cats. Without a way to empty the basket, the weight eventually causes the container to crack. This chart illustrates the biological conflict. As sleep hours increase, the brain remains in an active, defensive state because the basket is still full. Consequently, the actual rest the body receives stays at zero. To find relief, the mind must be actively cleared. If you don't empty the basket before you lie down, you are simply taking your worries to bed with you. Baba Zamir suggested a 5-minute nightly routine. It wasn't a magic cure, but a specific habit designed to systematically empty Dabi's mental load. Step 1 is to identify a single worry or sadness from the day. You visualize it as a small mouse. Open the door to your mind and let it go. You watch it run away until it's gone. Step 2 is to acknowledge one small thing you learned. Perhaps it's a better spot for sunbathing or a new bird song. This anchors your mind in a positive, concrete reality. Step 3 is to set a simple intention for the next morning. Deciding to greet a neighbor or climb a specific branch gives the mind a calm, productive direction before it powers down. That night, Dame applied the routine. By visualizing his fears leaving and setting a small goal for the morning, his breathing finally slowed. He fell into a deep sleep that felt, for the first time, genuinely quiet. This practice works by creating mental lightness. When the day's debris is cleared away, the brain can finally transition from a state of alertness to a state of actual recovery. The next morning, Dame woke up early. He didn't feel an immediate total transformation, but he did feel a subtle spark of freshness. When a moth fluttered by, he pounced, a spontaneous movement his body hadn't made in weeks. He kept the habit for several weeks. Slowly, the results compounded. His fur regained its silver shine, his steps became lighter, and he eventually found the energy to rejoin the other cats in their daily games. When he returned to the banyan tree, Baba Zamir was gone. Dame realized then that the old cat didn't give him energy, he gave him the tool to manage his own. The weight of his future was now something he could shape, one night at a time. Quality of rest depends on the clarity of the mind. By taking 5 minutes to release your worries and set an intention, you clear the path for the deep recovery your body needs to thrive.